Hi everyone, welcome back to Clipping for Coupons with Allie. I am back in the kitchen and today I have some meat that I picked up from Stop and Shop, and this is the chopped up beef round stir fry. And I usually find this every so often at Stop and Shop, and anytime that I can find grocery items to make cooking easier at home, I really like to pick them up. These are already cut up, so I don't have to worry about that. I can literally get my other ingredients and then start cooking. So right now I have my pan. I have a large pan. I have a little bit of vegetable oil. This is the vegetable oil that I'm using from Stop and Shop. I have just enough to coat the bottom of the pan once the oil is all warmed up. So today, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making the stir-fry beef with fajita mix. I made it the other day and the hubby really enjoyed it. So what I would recommend is you get yourself in a fajita seasoning mix packet. We like to go with organics. It just seems to taste a little bit better, has less sodium. So I picked up the McCormick Organics fajita seasoning. You can use the same recipe. You can do this with chicken or you can do this with beef, whatever you would like. So I always make sure I pick that up. The hubby likes sour cream with his, so I have some of that. And then this may look familiar from my last recipe that I uploaded this morning for the beef stew. I am going to be using the Stop and Shop brand. These are in the frozen section, chopped onions and peppers. So the first thing that you want to do is get your pan ready. I would say use a good size pan. This is one of the biggest pans that I have, and I have it heating up right now with just a little bit of vegetable oil in there to coat the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I am going to open up the stir fry meat and just place it in there, and I'm going to cook it for about 3 minutes. And it really just depends on your stove. But sometimes this will take a little bit longer, but it should only take about 3 minutes on each side for this kind of meat. And you don't necessarily want this on high. You don't want to burn it right away. We just want to cook it. There's a few steps to this process. And right now I have my stove on like medium, I would say. I'm going to use the entire package. All right, and I'm going to let this cook on each side for about 3 minutes. Okay, so it's been about 2 minutes and I have only stirred it once. But while this is going, what I like to do is I like to get the other ingredients ready. And what I do is I get the 1/4 cup ready. You're going to mix 1/4 cup of water with your seasoning packet. So you're going to want to get that ready. You're going to cook your meat on both sides, I would say for about 3 minutes or until there's no pink or red showing. And then what I'm going to do in just a minute is add in some of those chopped onions and peppers. Those are frozen, so we want to get those cooked as well. And you're going to add in the seasonings at the end, so don't get impatient and do it now. It will burn to your pan and it won't taste the same. So allow this to cook fully. And then you can go ahead and add your onions and peppers. And if you want to add anything else, feel free. I also came across something at Stop and Shop that I think you guys might be interested in that I want to show you. So I am turning the stir-fry meat into kind of like a beef fajita style kind of meal, but Stop and Shop does have these right now, the Asian stir-fry blend, and this might be a better option for you if you actually wanted to do a stir-fry. So you can find these in the Stop and Shop frozen section, but either way, it's going to make your meal much easier and yummy. Once the majority of the pink and red has passed, what I like to do is go ahead and add in some onions and peppers. And you can just do this to your liking, however many you want. I kind of just eyeball it. and the hubby seems to like it, or he hasn't complained at least. And then once I have those in there, I just go ahead and stir them on in. It's okay if there's no seasonings right now. I know it does look a little bit plain, but I promise you, once we get that fajita seasoning mix in, it's definitely going to look much, much better. And it's also going to smell better as well. So we're going to let this cook for an additional few minutes. I do see that there's a little bit of pink still, so we just want to make sure that there's none, and then we can go ahead and add in the fajita seasoning mix. So this has been cooking for about 4.5 minutes now, and you want to make sure that you have enough oil in your pan so things are not sticking to the bottom of it. And if you have to add a little bit more vegetable oil, you can. Just don't go overboard because you don't want that so much oil in your stir fry or your fajita mix, whatever you're deciding to make. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stir this one more time, and it looks good. I'm about to get ready to pour in 1/4 cup of regular water. And I'm also going to pour in that packet of fajita mix. And here it is one last time. So I'm going to just sprinkle this over the top and then pour in 1/4 cup of water. And then I'm going to go ahead and stir this in very well. You're going to want to cook this, I would say, for an additional 3 to 5 minutes. And you will notice that the consistency will change a little bit. Depending on your stovetop, you may have to cook it a little bit longer, or you may have to turn down your burner a little bit. But this is a super easy recipe. It really doesn't take all that long. And it's a one-pan kind of meal, so it's easy cleanup, which is my kind of thing. The only thing that does splash a little bit in the beginning is the oil when you are heating it up in the pan. As you can see, I can have some around this area here where the stove is, but that's easy cleanup. And this will start to thicken up as you cook it. Just keep stirring it, and you don't want it to burn to the bottom. And then once this is done, you can make some rice if you would like, or you can place it inside of tacos or fajita. And that's exactly what we're going to do. And the hubby likes sour cream, so we're also going to be adding some sour cream to this. And here is our beef fajitas. Super easy, ready in less than 10 minutes, super yummy. And I would say this feeds about 2 to 3 people with this size of meat packet that I chose. I hope you guys like these videos. If you would like to see more, please give our videos a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, share, and comment. Subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to click that notification button so you do not miss out on a single video.